Hey guys, hello from nap time. I'm hoping I can make it through this video and just share with you some things that I've been thinking about before Emerson wakes back up. It seems like when I make videos or I hop on a phone call or things like that during nap time, like he instinctually knows that mom is talking, like he can hear my voice in his sleep. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to try to make it through this without him waking up. And I'm excited to share because actually I'm kind of not excited, but this is a topic that I've really avoided for like a year now because I think it's uncomfortable. Um, it's a topic where some people can get offended. It's a topic that some people might not agree with, and they might be offended by what I have to say. And so I avoid those things a lot of times, but I feel like it was really time for me to kind of come clean about this part of my life and share. So I'm going to hop into my thoughts here. I'm wondering if you have ever known someone in network marketing who just flat out sucks. Um, they're annoying, they're salesy, you feel like they're using you, and it just gets on your nerves. Like, how many of us know those kind of people? Hello, I do. I have unfollowed a ton of people on Facebook or unfriended just because it was getting on my nerves. Now, I hope that when I say that you don't think of me, and if you do, by all means, let's chat because I want to hear your heart and what you're thinking about that. But I just like growing up even, and as I was in college, hey Cassandra, I'm really excited to chat this out with you. Um, Growing up in college, I knew this term of like network marketing, and I totally avoided it because I knew people who like didn't talk to me for years, and then all of a sudden they wanted me to come to some party, and I knew that at the party they were going to have snacks, and those snacks made me feel obligated to buy something, and I was like, oh my gosh, no. And then even recently, like I know people who are involved with these different companies, and maybe I would go onto their Facebook wall, and literally every single thing on their Facebook wall was like something that they were trying to sell. And it literally drives me nuts, you guys. And so when I first thought about even coaching and doing so with a company, Beachbody, I was automatically turned off. Like, no way, I'm not getting into network marketing. Those people, right? Those people are annoying. They drive me nuts. And there's no way I'm going to do it. And the funny thing is that even in my own company that I'm now with, like even in Beachbody, I've known people that I think do it really poorly. And I think they suck at coaching because their their approach just turns people off. And so I want to chat a little bit more about that. And it really came to mind for me because in the past couple weeks, I have had more than one separate conversations about this particular topic. I've been talking with people who have wanted to make some changes in their life, and they've been committed and they've been dedicated, but they didn't like follow this specific script that this coach or maybe a network marketer in another company had laid out for them, and so that person disregarded them. And you guys, that breaks my heart. If someone is willing to change their life and make these steps, like, I think it's really important to make a way for that to happen. Now, does that mean that I can provide a ton of free resources and all of this stuff to someone? No. I mean, this is a job, but by all means, like, I'm going to make sure that I'm providing things for people and I'm providing value. And I see people that aren't thinking that way and aren't doing that. And you guys, I know, like, I don't do this perfectly, and I am so open to feedback on, what you guys want more of, how I can be more supportive. But I think I was so turned off to this when someone first told me, like, hey, you are on your own journey, you should think about doing this coaching thing. I said no, because those people drive me nuts. Those people aren't in it for me. Those people are just trying to make a buck off of me. And I've realized, you guys, over time that that doesn't have to be true. That you are in control of how you present yourself. And so I was reflecting back on how marketing in itself is not a problem at all. Marketing happens absolutely everywhere. Prior to teaching, I was in a marketing department for a company, and I didn't even think twice about that. Like, I know that messages have to be spread, that even products or services, you have to market them. So, marketing in itself is not a bad thing at all. Every company has marketing teams. Everything that we value, we share about. When you go to the store and you buy something, it's because you've been influenced by someone or something. There's a way that it appeals to you and a way that it'll benefit your life. And so, when I hear the words network marketing, at first I got really just turned off by it, like I said before. But I realized that marketing is not the enemy. Marketing happens absolutely everywhere. And it's so cool to think about and seriously to like challenge myself and challenge my team on how to do that in a way that is life-giving, that honors someone else, that is focused on caring about someone else in their life. So again, I said I was nervous about this when I started, and I realized I could either skip an opportunity because I had seen other people do it poorly. So again, even specifically like with Beachbody, when someone first said that I should coach with this organization, I thought no, because I saw coaches who I just thought their approach was terrible. And I thought, I don't want to be associated with that, right? I don't want people to think that that's how I see them or that's what I think. And so it really hit me. I had the opportunity to either say no to something because I had seen other people do it poorly, or I could wholeheartedly say yes to something and say, you know what, I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to do it better, and I'm going to do it passionately, and I'm going to do it because I care about other people. And I think so many times we let other people make decisions for us. And I'm not just talking about like you let your parents decide when you're a kid what you eat at the restaurant. Like, obviously, there are times other people are going to make a decision for you. But I think that when it comes to our life, we let other people control and decide what we do. And mostly that's because we let fear creep in so many times. And we compare ourselves to someone else, or we think that if we do something, we have to do it exactly the same way as someone else. And so we say no. And I even look at that on my own coaching team. When I'm training new coaches and I'm welcoming new coaches into the sisterhood, it's not so that they can become me. It's not so that they can become more like me. It's so that they can so radiantly be them that they use their passion to reach other people. And so I titled this Those People because I think for me it was network marketing. For me it was saying I was so turned off by that for so many years because I'd seen people do it really poorly, and I didn't want to be associated with people that I thought were doing something really poorly. For you, it might be another opportunity. It might be a company you want to work for. It might be a sports team you want to join. It might be an activity, and you might have seen people do it in a way that just doesn't feel good for you. And that's how it was for me when someone introduced coaching. I had seen people do it in a way that didn't feel good for me. It didn't feel right for my soul, and I didn't think that they were honoring people well. And so again, I could either say no because of how they had done it before me, and I could say no to an opportunity and let them make the decision because it was rooted in fear for me. Or, and I just can't even explain how glad I am that I took this other approach, and it was totally a godsend because I don't know how I was mentally prepared to like overcome that mental barrier and see the other side. But I think we have those two choices. We can say no and we can run away and we can let those other people make a decision for us. Or we can say yes. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to resolve to do it passionately and to do it in a way that lights up my life and other people. I'm going to be the one to prove to other people that this can be done well, that this can be done in a way that is honoring, that this can be done in a way that is passionate and that is focused on other people. And so, guys, I know that this sounds super cliche, like I wrote down in my notes, follow your heart. But I don't just mean that in like this mushy-gushy kind of way. I mean that if your heart is in something, then you have an opportunity to do it well. You have the opportunity to prove to other people that it can be done well. Because I realized that there are people who were just like me, who were so turned off and nervous about network marketing because of other people who had done really poor jobs at it, but it might be something they're interested in. I have coaches now who have been interested in coaching, but they had seen other people do it poorly. And for me, I resolved to show them that there's another way. I resolved to show that there's an opportunity to do this in a way that lines up with your heart. So this is for you, like whatever it is, wherever you've been turned off by because of those other people, instead of running from it, I want to challenge you to prove to people that there's a better way. Prove that there's a way to do something tactfully and from your heart. Usually it takes more work. That's what I found. I have found that this has not been just like an overnight thing. It has been I'm going to work hard to grind out who I am, what I'm passionate about, and how I can share that with others in a way that is giving life. So it's going to take more work, you guys, but it's so much more rewarding when you really dig in. And so I'm just going to leave you with like this last thought is don't knock something until you've thought about how it could work. Don't knock something just based on the way other people have done it. Don't knock something based on those people, those other people, but take advantage of thinking through how something could actually work. So I've avoided this topic of network marketing for a year now because I think it's uncomfortable, because I think it can offend some people, because it's really weird for me to look back and say, there was a time when I said I would never be one of those people. I would never be in network marketing. And I just have to say, there are organizations, every organization, I'm pretty sure I know someone who does it really well. So I'm not knocking this in any way. But I'm knocking the mindset that I had when I thought that just because I'd seen other people do it in a way that didn't make sense to me, that I should totally avoid the opportunity. And that's not true, because I have found a way to do it my way and do it passionately and do it in a way that feels good for me. And so stop avoiding opportunities just because of fear. Gosh, I think I've gone through all my notes, you guys. It's so weird. I used to be able to do these videos just like on a whim and keep my mind straight and know what I wanted to say next. And then guess what happened? Emerson happened. And when Emerson happened, my brain did not happen as often. And so you guys see, like I have to take notes on everything now, but it's great still. So I thank you guys for tuning in with me, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching the replay. I'm just reflecting even the last couple days. So one more story for you guys, then I'll tune out. But last night I could not sleep, and it was so weird because I've been having to go to bed, I feel like, a lot earlier than I normally had, because Emerson, like, he'll fall asleep for 20 minutes, and he wants mom, and then he'll fall asleep for another hour, and he wants mom, and on. Like, I know that I could sleep train him, or there's these different things we could do, but for right now, I'm, like, really soaking up the snuggles and trying to work around that. But last night he went to sleep, and he stayed asleep for quite a while, and so it left me with this work time. And so I was reflecting last night just on, it's the start of a new year, and so I've been doing this business coaching for about a year now. Well, a little more, but I've been doing it actively for a year now, and just like putting my all into it. So I've been thinking about the people that have come into my life this year, and specifically the coaches that I get to support on my team. And again, there's some of those people too who were afraid of network marketing, who were afraid of this word coaching because they had seen people do it really poorly. But I was reflecting on these women that I've been able to add to my team, and I've been able to be a part of their life. And it's not about giving them this cookie cutter plan on how to become a millionaire overnight and how to make sales. It's not like that, at least not on my team. It's about how to dive in and how to build grit in yourself and how to build determination and how to live your journey and how to really challenge yourself. So that comes through a lot of ways. You know, again, we value health and fitness, and so that's obviously a huge part of it, is helping people to stay consistent on their own health and journey, their own health journeys, and to share that with others. And one of the most important things is to not wait until you feel like you're like at your goal or you have arrived to share with other people, because people need to be a part of every step of the journey and people need support on every step of the journey. And so my team is 100% not about being at this perfect standard. I wouldn't even know what that is because I don't have time to think about what the perfect standard would be, but we're about being where we are and rooting in where we are and sharing that with other people. We're also about developing ourselves. So I plan on making this another video and at another time, but I see that some of you are still on, and I just kind of want to start hashing this out. This year has been really, really tough for us. We moved back to Ohio, which meant Mike and I both left our full-time jobs, and then we had a baby, and we have not really had the same like job consistency and structure, and so then we haven't had the same income as we had before, and we're renting right now and not sure if we want to eventually buy or what that's going to look like. So in a lot of ways, it's been a really tough year. And this is where my team comes into play, is that being a coach has given me the need to dig into myself. What kind of things are roadblocks for me? What kind of things do I allow to be barriers? And saying no to that, saying I'm going to overcome that. I'm going to grow my mindset. And so mindset has just been totally the theme for me in 2016. How can I get my mind in a place where I can overcome the things that come my way? And it's funny because I started studying that as far as my business, as far as coaching. But it has affected how can I persevere in my marriage? How can I persevere as a wife? How can I persevere when bills and finances feel overwhelming? Like, it has affected all these different areas of my life. And so why I started on this tangent was that when it comes to those people, I don't care what those people are doing. I care what these people are doing, what my people are doing, what my team is doing. And our goal is to develop as people in a way that we have perseverance, that we have grit, that we have this mindset, that we know how capable we are, but not just us, that we can take that and we can share that with other people, because every person I know needs reminders, needs to know how valuable you are, how capable you are. But gosh darn it, these roadblocks come in the way a lot. And so as coaches, we have to know who we are and root ourselves in that and get our mindset in the right place so that we can share that with other people. So that is such a huge part of my team. I don't even start off by teaching people how to do sales or anything like that, or how to be a mastermind of social media. We start with how to be the master of you, how to be the best you possible, how to be healthy, how to be happy, how to have this perseverance so that we can bless other people with our positivity, with our mindset, and with our authenticity, because it's not always roses and it's not always going to be roses. So we have to be real about the good, the bad, the ugly, the messy, and that's totally my mission this year. I guess I started this whole talk just on focusing mostly on network marketing, and I've kind of got off on a tangent, but I see that there are still a couple of you on here, like about 10 or 12 of you watching, and I thank you for just like sticking it out and hanging out with me and being a part of my journey, because even I like need the reminders, and I get that from you guys. I get that from my community and the people that are part of my life, and I'm super thankful for that. I don't know if you guys, like, I don't usually do this, but if anyone on here like has any questions or questions about network marketing, questions about being a mom, questions about team, questions about health, anything like that, or any comments on like network marketing in general, like maybe things that have turned you off in the past, or I don't know, things that have gone well. I'm going to do like the teacher thing and give a little bit of wait time in case any of you watching have questions or just like a comment to share. Alyssa, girl. Okay, so Alyssa, I just got to meet a couple weeks ago, and she is new to our team, and it's so funny because I like get teary-eyed. Last night I was talking to one of my coaches on my team, and I get teary-eyed, and it's crazy. I want to say it's a mom thing, but I've been like this forever. But Alyssa is new to our team, and she is one of those people that I just know is authentic. Like, she is living out of her true self, and that is what makes this so valuable and so important, is because it is a supportive community, and it's an opportunity, and it's a opportunity to have a job, but it's also, yeah, that's what it's about, is the community. So thanks, Alyssa, for sharing that. Gonna awkward teacher for a little bit longer. And if I don't hear from anyone else in 30 seconds, I'll hop off. But if you guys have any questions or any other comments about the topic, feel free. And Mariah, I don't know if it's Mariah or Maria, so I'm going to say both, Mariah, Maria. It's fun because I just saw your message pop up right before I started this video, and so you are totally on my to-do list to message you back. And yeah, Maria, okay, good to know. Thank you. One of my good friends growing up was Mariah, so I always know that that's an option too. But I saw your message pop up, and I love it that we're both right in that post-baby age. I think your little one is 4 months. Emerson's about to turn 5 months this week. So I know the struggles. I know that it is hard to pull yourself out of bed. It is hard to not want to just eat like crazy. I do tend to eat like crazy, like amount-wise, but I am super thankful that I've learned how to do that in a way that's really balanced. And so sometimes I just want to snack and snack and snack, but I keep healthier snacks in my house, and that has been such a postpartum help for me, because breastfeeding especially like has made me ravenous like crazy, but that's okay. So I'm excited, Maria, to be on the journey with you, and I'm gonna get back to your message just as soon as I hop off here. So I'll do the 30-second like awkward teacher thing again. If anyone else has any questions or comments, I see that a couple other people have hopped on, and I have shared a lot in the last few minutes just about those people and how that was totally a part of my mindset when it came to network marketing and coaching, and just like how my journey has transformed, and how I felt challenged to take that, and instead of running away from it, to embrace the opportunity to do it in the way that I felt was really authentic. So if you guys are just hopping on, feel free to go back after I post this and watch those parts. But it looks like we are wrapping up, so I'm going to close this out. I'm going to get back to some messages because I have like 3 or 4 people who are ready to start a journey, so that's rocking my socks off. And I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to get to that, and I thank you guys for hanging out and being part of my life, and I hope that you have an amazing, an amazing day.